All right, this is all engineered light. This is all impossible light activity. The entity is maintaining the fake sign. Remember, L. Edwards is engaging in criminal summoning right here at where they're parking at the Wells Fargo. This is the same location of the fake sun during the 10 a.m. hour. That illusion is where the entity is gang stalking, and they're doing so with the Ontario Police. This is a stalker. Now, you're understanding ROSA is the same entity as 25033G2, who's engaging what is harassment, engaging what is asking you questions, whether you are recording them. That's the verbiage that they use when they're engaging in the criminal pattern of conduct. The entity has the fake sun this morning where the Ontario Police are stalking by helicopter. The entity's engaging in that conduct, that audible activity, which is serving monitoring and furtherance of murder. This is documentation regarding Rosa and her son, also Benjamin and Armando. They're engaging in what is an iteration of the pattern of conduct. And they're inside of the buildings engaged in psychopathic pacing. And their mental illness and the pacing conduct, which is stalking and monitoring by the government, is occurring in that illusion where the fake sun is present, okay? This is the same location when I'm walking in the morning from the Stater Brothers to the same venue. So the entity has it in the same position. The entity's engaging in that while keeping the fake sun and then engineer light creeping farther and farther into the depths of the library. So this is prefacing the documentation here. The entity engaging in what is the second battery of my person. This is puncturing, stabbing the bottom of my feet with needles. These mysterious injuries are relevant to the unlawful threat posed to my life while I am exposing corrupt police officers, corrupt police departments, which is an inherent threat to my safety and my life. That same entity, the City of Ontario, is stalking me, including this morning at the venue where the fake sun still remains. And the third parties that are gang stalking me are inside of the venue, engaging what is raising their voice at me, harassing me. And this is the entity. Remember, it's not actual fear. 9HAK174 is one that I could stomp a mud pie into her face, right? It's not actual fear. It's reasonable fear. And moreover, that's not a third party. That's a third party, not an individual. That's the government stalking by helicopter that's crossing path in that red Tesla. A coward that feels like when they are 4 feet tall, when they reek of feces, that they have some basis to engage in harassing you and making allegations. That ongoing audacity, that ongoing boldness is because they are gang stalking with the state. The reality is that that's the government that's harassing. It's the government that's threatening your life with regard to any and all audible activity, whether they're asking you if you want a cupcake or whether they are threatening to physically harm you through their physical, that is the express and implied communications of a threat, which is this. WireNet is gang stalking with impossible light. That's a Latino male, and it's a license plate 33787 Robert 3, and they're gang stalking just like the Ontario Police Department are this morning by helicopter, based on the evidence that I was getting ready to show you, that the fake sun that's here at 10 in the morning, 10:29 to be exact, is not simultaneously over the Stater Brothers parking lot. And also, it's still remaining here after 4 p.m. As I refer to damning evidence, this is where psychopaths are gang stalking. I want to make sure that you're understanding what you're witnessing. These are the mentally ill engaged in obsessive stalking while I am documenting it. This is the threat that's posed by the Ontario Police Department, which is nothing other than the state in Ontario, California. Any city that I'm going to is acting in the shoes of the state. This is the entity that is inside, reeking of urine. This is Rosa and her son that are engaging what is harassment. These are psychopaths keeping my vagina under surveillance, with the entity stalking me in helicopters and in commercial airline planes, communicating a threat while they are together engaging what is also, again, every single last entity, everybody that is documented, every business, I don't care what venue. Salvador Gomez, he's going to be federally prosecuted for battering, placing needles in my body while this government is engaging in the pattern of conduct. Every single last one of them are being federally prosecuted. It's an unlawful threat to my life. It's a battery to my person, and the entity is engaging in mysterious injuries. Okay, this is P.O.C. I want to make sure that that's clear. This is a pattern of conduct, psycho pacing by minor children in the engineer light on top of light. It's coded engineer light. It's P.O.C. And this is where Sean Thrasher was gang stalking this morning at 10:29 a.m. into the fake sun. Yeah, that's the P.O.C. He's going to prison. It's currently 4:02 p.m.